History gives us a clean timeline. Farming comes first, cities come next, religion comes last. Göbekli Tepe breaks that order. This site is more than 12,000 years old. That's thousands of years before the pyramids. The people who built it were supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers. No farming, no metal tools, no written language. Yet they carved massive stone pillars, some weighing over 20 tons. There were no wheels, no pack animals. Still, the stones were transported and erected with precision. And here's the part that makes historians uncomfortable. Göbekli Tepe wasn't destroyed. It was deliberately buried. The builders covered their own masterpiece with soil. Why would an ancient society do that? Because the answer doesn't just change one story. It threatens the entire story of human civilization. Göbekli Tepe was discovered in the 1990s. At first, archaeologists thought it was just a natural hill. Then the digging began. Beneath the soil were massive stone circles, perfectly arranged, carefully planned. Carbon dating stunned the scientific community. This site existed long before farming began. That creates a serious problem. According to traditional history, people needed agriculture to settle, and settlement was required for religion. But Göbekli Tepe shows the opposite. It suggests religion came first, and civilization followed. If you value evidence over assumptions, please subscribe to our YouTube channel because no one else delivers research-driven videos like ours. What comes next explains how this place should have been impossible to build. And yet it exists. Each stone pillar at Göbekli Tepe stands over 5 meters tall. Some weigh between 10 and 20 tons. These stones were carved with smooth surfaces and sharp edges. Even today, shaping stone like this is not easy. There are no signs of metal tools. Only simple stone implements have been found. There are also no nearby quarries. The stones had to be moved across uneven terrain. No wheels existed. No animals were used for heavy labor. Yet the pillars were lifted and placed upright with remarkable balance and symmetry. This required planning, coordination, and leadership. Hunter-gatherer groups were never thought to organize labor on this scale. So either our understanding of early humans is wrong, or someone taught them how to do this. And that question leads to an even deeper mystery. The stone pillars are not plain. They are covered with detailed carvings. Snakes twist along the stone. Foxes, lions, and boars appear again and again. Vultures stretch their wings across the surface. But something important is missing. There are no images of crops, no farming tools, no domestic animals. This tells us the builders were not farmers. They were hunters. Yet these carvings are not random decorations. They follow patterns. They repeat across different circles. Some symbols appear only in specific areas, as if each section had a purpose. Researchers believe these images carried meaning, messages, or warnings. But without written language, we don't know what those messages were. And the more experts study the symbols, the clearer one thing becomes. These people were thinking far more deeply than we ever expected. Göbekli Tepe was not a city. No houses were found, no kitchens, no storage rooms. There is no evidence of daily life. Everything at the site points to ritual, ceremony, gatherings with purpose. The stone circles face inward, as if people stood around something important. At the center of each circle are 2 massive T-shaped pillars. Some researchers believe these pillars represent human figures, silent observers carved in stone. If that is true, then Göbekli Tepe may be the world's oldest temple. And this creates a shocking idea. Religion may have come first. Not farming, not cities. People may have gathered for belief, and only later learned to farm to support those gatherings. That means civilization may have been built around faith. And that idea changes everything. Around 8000 BCE, something unexpected happened. Göbekli Tepe was carefully buried. This was not a collapse, not a natural disaster. Thousands of tons of soil and stone were intentionally placed over the structures. The carvings were not broken, the pillars were not destroyed, they were preserved. This means the builders wanted the site hidden, not erased. But why would people bury a place that took generations to build? Some believe the site had fulfilled its purpose. Others think it was sealed during a crisis. Climate change was beginning. Resources were becoming scarce. Or perhaps the rituals ended and the knowledge was no longer meant to be used. Whatever the reason, this single act turned Göbekli Tepe into a time capsule, waiting for us to find it thousands of years later. Göbekli Tepe suggests something unsettling. Early humans may have known more than we assume. This level of planning did not appear suddenly. It had to come from experience. But where is that experience recorded? There are no written records, no tools showing gradual development. It feels like something is missing. Some researchers believe Göbekli Tepe represents the end of an older tradition, a culture that reached its peak, then vanished. Not destroyed, not conquered, simply forgotten. Others argue the knowledge was shared orally, passed from group to group. When those gatherings ended, the knowledge faded, leaving only stone circles and unanswered questions behind. And that leads to an uncomfortable thought. What if Göbekli Tepe is not the beginning, but the last surviving trace of something much older? Göbekli Tepe does not fit the standard timeline, and that makes it uncomfortable. For decades, history followed a simple model. Farming created settlements, settlements created religion. Göbekli Tepe flips that model upside down. Accepting this site means rewriting textbooks, rethinking human intelligence. That kind of change is slow. Some early researchers dismissed the site. Others called it an anomaly. But evidence kept piling up. Radiocarbon dates, structural analysis, symbolic patterns. Each discovery made denial harder. Yet many questions are still avoided. Because once you accept Göbekli Tepe, you have to ask what else we've misunderstood. And that question has no easy answer. Only a small part of Göbekli Tepe has been excavated. Experts estimate less than 5% of the site has been fully explored. The rest remains buried underground. Geophysical scans suggest there are more stone circles waiting below. Possibly larger, possibly more complex. We also don't know how long construction really took. Was it built over centuries, or by a highly organized group in a shorter time? We don't know what specific rituals were performed here. And we don't know why this place mattered so deeply to the people who built it. Every answer found at Göbekli Tepe creates even more questions. And the final one may be the most important of all. Göbekli Tepe reminds us that human history is not complete. It is a puzzle with missing pieces. Long before cities, long before writing, people came together for something greater than survival. They planned, they believed, they built, then they chose to hide it all beneath the earth. Not to destroy it, but to preserve it. Today, we stand at the edge of that forgotten world, still trying to understand its meaning. And maybe that is the point, because Göbekli Tepe does not give us answers. It gives us questions. So the real mystery is this. What else from our past is still buried, waiting for the moment it changes everything we think we know? Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because no one else delivers research-driven videos like ours.